Back to the box. Here we are once again, popping as usual.
What's up, y'all?
Today we're gonna touch down on some juicy yet serious topics. So I hope you all are ready for it. It might get a little steamy, a little spicy, a little heated. We might even fight. Who knows? But just keep on watching. So, starting with our first topic or what have you, we're going to do a little scenario for you guys so we can jump on into it. Babe, you want to introduce the first scenario?
All right, ladies. Scenario number 1. Say you've been in a relationship with a guy going on about 2 years. He's a biracial man, black and white. Mm-hmm. He proposes to you. Of course, you say yes. You've never met his family before, but you know his dad is black, but he died when he was younger. Mm-hmm. His mom is white. The rest of his family is white.
So he really just knows his white side of the family.
He knows his white side of the family, but yet he hasn't been interested in you meeting them, anything. But now that you guys are getting married, he wants you to meet his family. He wants his family to meet you. You finally meet them during the time of planning for your wedding, and they just give you bad racial vibes. They just seem racist to you. They're looking at you like you're black.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And they're white.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What would you do?
Okay.
Simone? One more thing. He treated you like gold. He treated you like you were a queen. He's never done anything racist towards you. Okay, ladies, what do you think?
Simone, what would you do?
I understand that he treated me like gold and a queen and all of this, but I feel like you knew that your family gave off racist vibes. That's why you did not tell me for so long. That's why you never introduced me to them, and I think that's selfish on your part for you to propose to me and you want us to be together, but you couldn't even tell me that I would be uncomfortable around your family, and you just kind of threw me into the lion's den, and I don't like that, and that says a lot about his character, so I'm sorry, I will have to pass on that.
What would I do? Okay, first, I'm thinking of it from his point of view. You said he treats you like a queen.
He treats you like a queen.
Disrespected you.
He's never disrespected you. He's never...
So...
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he never told you about the family in the first place, because he knew they were racist and whatnot. So I would feel some type of way, because it like you said, you knew the whole time. Yeah. So why didn't you at least give me a heads up before you proposed? But at the same time, you're marrying him. You're not marrying his family. And I know a lot of people say they want to have, like, close relationships with their significant others, family or parents. But at the end of the day, if he distanced himself for you, I don't know. I think I would stay with him.
That says a lot about his character that he did not tell me. So,
but she said that he has no contact with his family at all. Like,
okay, and if your family is being racist towards me, they have no reason to be a part of our wedding, a part of our lives.
No, but y'all have been together for 2 years, and he hasn't spoken to his family in 2 years.
So why all of a sudden
that I would say
to
something
like,
have them at the wedding? If you haven't talked to your family, then why did you feel like they need to be a part of your wedding? Now that I would say something I would question.
I agree. I definitely agree. You knew all along. So, like, I mean, we're about to get married, so, I mean, you could have told me, but at the same time, I don't know. If he treated me, like, if I know, like, that's my soulmate, like, should I let something go because of his family? And I mean, it also depends on, like, okay, if I meet his family and they were disrespectful towards me, is he gonna, like, cut them off? Like, if he cuts them off again, I would. But maybe he was bringing them around because it's like, okay, I'm getting married, I'm about to start a whole new life, I'm about to bring kids into this world. You know what I'm saying? Rather than waiting till we get married and go down the line, let me go ahead and take this opportunity to tell her now, even if it was 2 years. Now you know.
I think after he tells me and we're getting married, I would just give him a warning. I would like, look, I'll allow your family to be in our wedding as long as they respect me. The moment it starts to get out of hand, they're out of the wedding. And that's just that on that.
I don't know.
Right.
I know my soulmate would not withhold crucial information from me. But if I was being, very understanding, because I'm really, really in love with this man, it would be a lot of stipulations. Your family can't be in the wedding at all because, first of all, they do not like me. They don't approve of us being together. It's no reason at all. I don't want them in my pictures. Like, no, I'm sorry.
I do agree on that.
I do not want them in my pictures. I don't want them to, because I don't
If
even want it to
they've
be
ever
a
said anything
possibility.
like that, yeah.
I don't even want it to be a possibility that they can ruin my day. Like, no, this is my day. So, no, your family can't be a part of the wedding. And my heart is hurting because you lied to me.
Even if during the whole wedding process, they don't do anything disrespectful to you, you still just won't let them be in the wedding?
In the scenario, she said that they were making racial slurs. Yeah, they was making racial.
You can't be in my wedding.
You can't be in my wedding. You don't.
Plot twist, ladies. What if they're rich and they are willing to pay for your whole wedding?
I'm sorry, you can't buy me.
No, because
I agree.
Nigga, we'll go to the courtroom, and then later on, when we have enough money, we can have a actual wedding ceremony.
I agree.
I'm more of a courthouse type of bitch anyway, so
definitely, like, I would. I agree.
You agree?
On the not about the court. I don't know the hell she talking about.
A courthouse type of bitch. Like, I see myself when I get married. I see myself going to the courthouse and then having a wedding later on. That's just me. Though.
That's for a whole different story.
Yeah, but anywho, with that scenario, I think we all kind of think pretty much the same.
So, box cutters, let us know in the comments below. What would you do?
Okay, guys. So, with that being said, how do you guys feel about interracial dating?
I'm all for the interracial dating. I just feel like you need to, like, just know your partner, like, and I just feel like it's I feel like interracial couples, not saying they have to be stronger than other couples, but they got to be even stronger because, I mean, they're two different races. Everybody got an opinion, but I'm all for the swirl.
I'm not with the swirl. But if I see an interracial couple out, I have no problem. As long as both of them like each other for that person and not for any other motives. And y'all know who y'all are.
Same. Me personally, I'm not going to say never because I never know what God is going to throw at me. But my preference is not anything outside of a black man. I'm a black man. I like black men. But, if I see an interracial couple out, it does not bother me. Like, I don't ever look at a white woman with a black man like, oh, she's taking our men. Like, no.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, I'm not on any of that.
And I see a lot of black women who say that they see a white girl and a black man, oh, she's taking our men. And I'm just like, clearly, he's not the type of man that you want.
Yeah, clearly.
So she's not taking anybody.
And can nobody take a black man? That means a black man
wanted
to
be
a
white person.
Left willingly. So I'm not against it. It's just, for me personally, that's not what I would do.
But that is kind of crazy. Like, it's a couple of shows that I've watched where, like, like, people are cheating on their wife or their husband with the opposite race, you know? Like, that's kind of like Scandal. Have y'all seen Scandal?
I was gonna bring up Power.
Yeah, like, that's another good one. And what show was I just watching? Oh, Greenleaf. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that show, Greenleaf. Yes. He's cheating on his black wife with a white woman. Scandal, he's cheating on his white woman with a black lady. And Power.
Greenleaf, that's a good one. Cheating on Power, his black wife with a Latina.
I don't watch any of
What do y'all think about that? Like, do y'all think...
I don't watch any of those shows.
Wow.
Like, do y'all think, like, that's what they like? Or do you think it just was, like, maybe a coinky-dinky or something? Or is it just, like, do you feel like they're trying to get something different from what they're used to? Like, it's just weird, though. Like, you have, a black...
It depends.
Woman, a black wife.
It depends, because it's like, is he cheating because he's just cheating, or did he purposely seek out a different race?
I really don't know, because I mean, only a guy would know that. I don't think.
I know on Power, Ghost already knew Angela. That's the Latino woman. He already knew her before. What's the black wife's name? Tasha. So she was like basically like his first love. So that I kind of understand. Actually, my whole thing is it's the writers and the people who created the show.
Yeah, but do y'all know any real life situations like that? Maybe
real life.
Have you came across any situations where you know somebody that cheated on like their girlfriend or boyfriend with someone of the opposite race?
No, I don't.
I personally don't know any like that, yeah. But I just see it so often, like in shows.
In shows, definitely, but in real life.
When I was in high school, I had a friend, and his white girlfriend cheated on him with a black man, like with one of the like his white girlfriend cheated on him with a black dude. Okay. So that's high school. So does that count?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's high school.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
But you said that one of the black men was cheating on his white wife with a black woman.
Yeah. What show was that?
No. What? I don't know. Did I? I talked about Greenleaf. I talked about Scandal, and
you said somebody cheated on their white wife with a black woman. Is that Scandal?
Was the guy
somebody
white?
cheated on their white wife with a black woman?
It sounds like Scandal. I said
somebody cheated on.
That sounds like
no,
Scandal.
I didn't. I said somebody cheated on their black wife with a white woman. That's what I said.
You said white wife with
you
a
said
black
both.
woman as well. If you're talking about Scandal, he did cheat on his white wife.
What shows did I talk about? I talked about Scandal. I talked about Power.
And then I said Power.
If you're talking about Scandal, that's what he did. He cheated on his white
Scandal?
wife. Yeah, he cheated on his white wife with a black woman.
Oh yeah, he cheated on his white wife with a black woman. Yeah.
If you're a black man with a white wife, I'm not a mistress at all, but I'm definitely not going to be no mistress to a white woman. Absolutely not.
Why do you say white like that?
I'm sorry.
She always say white like that.
It seems more fitting to me. Yeah, if you're a black man, you have a white wife, I'm not going to be your mistress. No, I'm sorry. I wouldn't be a mistress anyway, but I'm definitely not going to be no mistress to a man with a white wife.
So, speaking of interracial couples, do y'all know any real life interracial couples that you're like, okay, I like them, or it's like, skeptical?
Do I know any actual interracial couples?
Do I know interracial couples?
I don't think I do. Like, that's the funny part. I don't know any.
I don't think I do either, but I know a lot of my friends are not against it. Well,
yeah.
Friends that I've had, they're not against it.
See, which is funny. I hear a lot of white guys that might say that they like black girls, but I don't think I actually see them with black girls, you know, like in a relationship with them.
Yeah.
Like, I've met white guys that be like, oh, I like black girls. Or...
Yeah, I probably met
Or they give off the vibe that they like black girls.
And that was back in high school.
In high school, I knew a lot of white boys that like black girls. A lot.
Mm-hmm. But coming out of high school, like they said,
well,
you meet a lot of white people who say, yeah, I only date black girls. But I never see them in relationships, though.
Coming out of high school, I didn't have a lot of white friends. I don't really have white friends, so how would I know? I did meet a white boy, a couple days ago. He likes black women.
He was racist. That's all I have to say.
He likes males, so
he got drunk and his true colors came out.
Honestly,
racist.
He said we was living in his country.
Weird.
Yeah. But
so
you also have those people that are only in interracial couples to get the outcome of like a mixed child, which I think is totally disgusting.
That's weird.
One interracial couple that really just kind of gives me the skeevies is Tamara and what's her husband's name? Housley?
That's their last name, but yeah.
I heard he was for
Whatever.
Trump. I think that's really just weird.
Speaking of Tamara and Housley,
they're not interracial.
Whatever your name is.
You said they're not interracial?
The couple I was just thinking about that's been
Babe, you were about to say
in
something
social
about
media.
Tamara?
Sorry.
Tamara and Housley. I don't know.
Is that his name?
That's their last name, but nobody knows his first name, so Housley.
I think she calls him Housley.
That's an interracial couple that makes me look at you sideways.
I don't know much about them, but I've heard stuff, like small little stuff.
One, he's a Trump supporter, and she supports him being a Trump supporter, which almost makes me believe she voted for Trump too. Don't have facts, but that's just absolutely not. Two, anytime people are celebrating their black love, a black man and a black woman, she comes crawling out of nowhere. Always gotta reiterate the fact that she's in an interracial relationship. Like, we understand. Or she has to reiterate the fact that her kids are...
Yeah.
Let me just say, Tamara is a mixed child. Her mom is black and her dad is white. And, of course, her kids are mixed. So they're, like, extra white.
Like 25%.
Yeah, they're, like, extra white. So...
25% black.
Maybe. Yeah, 25% black, I think.
She's always, like... Always got to make it a known fact that, oh, my son has light eyes, or whatever his eyes colors are, or they're beautiful curly hair, or my kids are mixed. And another thing, if you guys watch The Real, and if you've been watching The Real since it first came out, you've seen she said some questionable things, like she doesn't really like to call herself black. She says she has black in her.
So what does she call herself then?
I don't know what the fuck she calls her.
I think you're black, cause
or did she say she's mixed?
She don't call herself black.
I understand that, and I think it's weird when people say stuff like that, because I mean, if we go back, we're probably never gonna be into slavery again, but if you go back to them days, nobody cares if you have a black. Hey guys, so we're back. We was having a little technical difficulties, but as I was saying, well, shit, what was I saying? Like I was saying, back in the day, they didn't give a fuck if you was half black and half white. If you had a little bit of black blood in you, you were a nigger and you were a slave. So that whole I'm not black, I have black in me sounds very dumb to me. But how do y'all feel when, okay, if you ask someone that's mixed with black and white, what's your race? And if they say they're biracial, like, is that an issue for you guys? It's not an issue, but I mean,
it's not an issue if I'm asking, oh, what's your race? And they said, well, I'm biracial. and I can already clearly tell you have black in you.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. It's an issue because the fact that everybody knows Tia and Tamara are biracial.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
So you don't have to keep
And
saying
she's 40.
They're 40.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
Like
You're too old to be going around saying,
I'm not black.
I'm not black. I have black in me. And I just felt like you know better. Like,
So she says I'm not black?
I don't think she caters to white people. Let me say that.
Yeah.
She caters to white people.
Yeah. But has someone asked her before that and she said I'm not black?
Oh my goodness. If y'all don't watch The Real.
I don't
really.
If y'all-
I just see clips.
I don't
if
know
y'all
anything
ever
else.
seen The Real, y'all will see what I'm talking about. Like, everything she says caters to white people. For whatever reason, I don't know, it's because it's self-hate. I don't know if it's because she sees her mother, because her mother is very dark-skinned.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of that. I don't know what she went through as a child, being a teen, you know, what do you call them? Teen stars.
But and she was on a black show though, so that's what I'm confused
Yeah.
about with like an all
Well, you know,
black
on
cast.
the show, their real parents were
Yeah,
a black
biracial.
woman and a white man,
man.
but I don't know. Watching Tamara on Sister Sister and then watching her in real life, it's totally
It's
like
completely different.
totally. I know people. It's just she was just acting, but it's kind of like, wow, Tamara. Like, I don't know what happened to her in her life to make her feel this way and to make her think this way, but I really believe that she doesn't really like black people.
I mean, yeah, even if you used to watch even the show, because, you know, her sister's not like that. You can see the parallels between her and her sister.
Yeah.
Like, Tamara has a lot of white friends, like, and she's just very, I don't want to say she's white, because what does it mean to be white? But she definitely is more on that side, whereas Tia's not like that. Tia's black.
Like, if you know what we mean.
She's a real black.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Tia's
I
not
don't
like
think
that
Tia
at
play
all.
them games.
So,
Like, I think she just straight up calls herself black.
yeah,
She's
black,
married to a black man, which that doesn't matter.
had black kids. So,
She did just have a baby.
her daughter is so cute, but she looks like a honey bun.
Yeah, I don't know much about them besides what I've seen on Sister Sister and Tia on the game. I don't watch the
I used to
Real.
watch their show.
But apparently Tamara is a white man's whore, so that's that on that.
That's what they call
Now,
her.
I feel like a good example of an interracial couple is Serena Williams. Is that
Yeah.
her last name?
Serena
And her
Williams.
white husband. I'm sorry, I don't know your
his
name. I'm sorry. They're married, right? Yeah.
I think so. Or they engaged.
And
They're married. I think.
They are?
I think they got married.
I'm not sure. But from what I see, he's a good guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like that's a very good
seem
example
happy.
of a interracial couple. I feel like Serena likes him for him. I feel like he likes her for her.
Yeah.
They're engaged and or married, and they have a child together now.
He's very supportive, and he also seems like he tries to learn about black culture. I feel like that's another red flag. I feel like if you're in an interracial couple and they don't try to learn at least a little about your culture, I think that's like a red flag for me.
Now, what I will say for Serena, if she first started dating the white man just because he was white, I would not blame her, only for the simple fact that a lot of y'all, women and men, black women and men, used to talk so bad about her.
Yeah.
Say she looked like a man, say she's too muscular, just all types of rude stuff about her. And I feel like if she was constantly getting that by her own kind, black men, then I wouldn't blame her if she went outside her race to find somebody who's gonna treat her how she should be treated. like the black queen that she is.
I don't think she did that.
I don't think she
I
did.
noticed a lot of people started
But
giving
I wouldn't
her,
blame her though.
a lot of people definitely started looking at her different when her and Drake was together. I don't know why it took another black man realizing that she was not unattractive for other people to find out that she was attractive, but whatever. I've always thought that. I thought she was pretty.
She's just
She has-
muscular, but she's an athlete. Like, what did y'all expect?
Is she African?
I don't think so. I think she's just black.
I think she's black.
Well, let me.
Now her-
African American. My bad.
Now her sister.
Venus. I don't really see or hear too much about her. So, what's funny? Is she ugly?
Venus is not attractive to me. I'm sorry. But
I don't really see her, Venus, or hear too much, so I don't have nothing to say.
So, black men can't think that they're ugly, but you can think they're ugly.
no. I never said black men couldn't say that they were ugly. I said that I don't understand why it took another black man for black men
to think, oh,
yeah,
she
I think
cute
that's,
now.
I think that's weird.
Who
I see
think
what
you people be saying she cute now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look in the comments, like now all of a
People
sudden,
be like, oh, Serena was never ugly.
yeah, and
And
then
I'm just like, no,
Yeah.
y'all was on Twitter.
That's that social
y'all
media
used to dog
shit.
the fuck out of Serena.
Honestly.
I never thought she
Dogging
was
her.
ugly.
I didn't even know people said that she was cute now.
I honestly think that y'all got.
I mean, I don't personally don't think that. I mean, no, she's not that ugly to me, but
I think no, I'm not even trying
I mean,
to
do
be
you
funny.
think
I
she's
think,
ugly?
My bad.
I think Serena used to get
No,
mistaken
I
for her
actually think
sister.
Serena's very pretty.
I think people just automatically thought that
I
Serena
think they
and
see.
Venus had the same
I think
face.
they see skin tone and a buff body and think, man.
No, I think
no,
that
but I
they
seen the
thought Serena
video.
was Venus.
And her hands were really big. Serena's
Well,
like,
she's a big girl.
yeah.
Well,
so
yeah,
that's what
she
I'm
is.
saying. Like
Girl.
sometimes it might be like I don't know, men like feminine females.
Well,
like
she
her hands are
Megan
big.
is ugly too, and she's a big girl too.
I mean,
That's
Serena
off
is
topic, but
feminine.
sorry.
Insert the I'm sorry video.
Weird.
Huh?
Oh my gosh, y'all don't remember her dancing in Beyonce's video?
Oh, Serena, honey, you can't twerk. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, definitely.
All
You're
right.
disinvited to the cookout.
Okay, so
Those are recording.
next topic. How do you guys feel about non-black people saying the N-word?
Don't like it. Not appropriate.
I don't think that it should be said, but I'm gonna go against the grain because I know how a lot of black people are. I don't mind a white person saying it. Like, say you're hanging with a white person, they're listening to the same song as you, and the song says nigga. I don't have a problem with that personally. That's just me. That's not an issue for me because it's part of the song. They're not calling you a nigga. I feel like a black person shouldn't get offended unless someone's like calling you a nigger. So that's my opinion.
I disagree. If I'm able to bleep out every single curse word when I'm around my parents singing a very explicit song, then they should have no problem bleeping out the N-word. That's just me. Yeah, that's just me.
I'm gonna be very honest with you. Of course, if someone non-black says it in a derogatory sense, I'm already like, I do not like that. But my biggest issue comes from only white people. I don't get as offended when other races say it. I honestly only get offended when I see white people say it. Just because I've been called a nigger before by a white person. And I feel like when white people say it, there's so much hatred in their hearts. And not only that, like you said, white people singing a song, or if they, you know, a lot of people say, oh, well, they grew up around black people, so they got a pass. Not to me, because I feel like if you're a white person and you really, you know, fuck with black people and fuck with black culture, you shouldn't want to say the word. Like, you know where it stemmed from. You know what type of, you know how it was for your people to say it. So why even say it when you cannot say it. You just have, like, your white privilege makes you think, well, if y'all could say it, then I can say it. And no, that's not how it works.
I'm not here to just bash only white people. I'm speaking for all non-black races. You can't say the N-word. I know a lot of people don't have a problem with Hispanics saying it because they were like, well, they're just like us. No, because I've witnessed, no, not even witnessed, Hispanics themselves, even Afro-Latinas, a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them don't think they're black. They do not like to be called black. They don't say they're black, and they're racist within themselves.
But I know a lot of Afro-Latinas also that say they're black, and if they don't look black, black people say, why are you saying you're black, though? So I also feel like, that's why I'm saying sometimes, I don't know, I think black people take things too far to an extent, because you've said that Afro-Latina people don't call themselves black, but like I said, like, some people say they're Afro-Latina, and people try to say that they're not black or try to treat them as if they're not black. It's like, there's also, you know, reverse roles to that. And then as far as the N-word, I just feel like if it came from such a bad place, like, why would black people go around calling each other the N-word? Like, why not come up with another word to say? Like, it just kind of makes no sense. Like, it's kind of like you telling your child not to do something, but you're constantly in their face doing it. It's yeah.
I think with that, what's the term they use? We regained the word, was it? We reclaimed.
We basically took
all
the
right,
power
say,
back.
Okay.
You reclaimed it and you said nigga. So I just feel like if a white person is not saying nigger, because nigger means a certain thing, like, I mean, I don't think a white person should be saying nigga, but I just feel like, I don't know, black people in general, I think
that's what they mean, though, by black people reclaim it. Therefore, we can say it. Nobody else can. Same thing with the word bitch. No woman likes a man to call them the B word. But it's like, I could go up to you, what's up, bitch? Or oh, bitch this, bitch that. It's like, we understand it. Yeah, we know what that means. We can say it to other women.
But then there's also women that say, it's also women that don't like to use the, I know a lot of women that don't like to
be called the B word.
Yeah.
But it's and I know some black people who don't say the N word at all because they feel the same way you feel. But it's like in that same stance, like, women know what the B word means. We can say it all day, every day. We know, if you know, you know. That's basically, like, if you know, you know, like, the same thing with the N-word. Like, black people know, like, oh, what's up, nigga? I'm sorry, if a non-black person come up to me, oh, what's up, nigga? Oh, them niggas crazy.
You can't come up to me saying that, but like I said, if it's in a song, I won't get offended because you're not calling me that.
If you have a white friend, they're not, like, they're like, oh, this is my nigga, or oh, that nigga crazy, or
as I stated before, the only time I find it appropriate is in a song. If it's in a song, I find it okay because you're not coming up to me, you're not saying nigga. Like, it's a song that you like, it's hip hop, like, you know what I'm saying? And if it's in the song, like, I don't think white people should have to bleep it out. I want to rephrase something that I said earlier. When I say that I get more offended when white people say, I'm not saying that if you're non-black, you can say nigga to me or around me. No. I'm saying that I'm probably going to go harder on a white person for saying it. But no, definitely, if you're of another race that is not black, I'm not saying it's okay for you to say it. I'm just saying that I probably wouldn't get offended as quickly at you saying it, if that makes sense.
Now, No.
I feel like black people be picking and choosing because I've seen
you
seen
can't
people
say
that
it,
say
but I'm
that.
just saying, like,
They say that, and I'm sorry, like, you hang around white people that said it or have said it before, and yet you still hang with them, so you can't feel
I was ready to just
that
say
type of
something
way
that.
about it because it's like you
If-
hung around them and they said it. So if you feel that harsh about it, why you still hanging around them?
I was ready to say some comment on something like that. If I have a white friend and they say the N-word, I'm gonna confront them, or I'm gonna correct them. And if we have respect for each other, they're not gonna say it. I have this white friend. I'm not sure how long she's been saying the N-word, but I finally caught it one time. And she was talking about the guy that she was dating, and she was like, "This is my nigga," and I was like, "That's your what?" And me and her basically had a conversation, and I feel like I told her, I was like, I don't know what she's from Maryland, and she said the black people that she hangs around doesn't mind her saying it.
Weird.
And I was like, that's fine, but I'm not those black people. When you're around me, I would appreciate if you don't say it. And I feel like she respect that. And ever since then, she's never said it around me. Now, what your other black people let you do when I'm not in the presence, that's none of my control. Like, I can't control
I've never
what they
had,
let you do.
in my entire life, I've never had a white person even say it in a song around me. I've never had a white person say it in a conversation around me or anything. So
when I was
know.
younger, I had a white friend, and she would say nigga. But, like I said, I was young. I was in, like, middle school, so I didn't even think to myself. Like, I knew that, okay, like, you're white. But it didn't even register to me, like, you need to chill out. Until when I got older, I definitely started to realize, yeah, like, white people have way too much privilege. I don't care how many black people that you have been around. Don't say that shit around me. Once I started to get older, when I was younger, yeah, I did have white friends that said this shit. But now, I would never.
I've been around a lot of white people, and I haven't heard it yet. Kudos to the white people I know.
Maybe you feel differently because, like you said, the white people that you've been around so far have not disrespected you in that kind of way or even said it. Pretty much the white people that I've been around since, I'm not even going to bring up high school because we were still young back then. Since high school until now, the white folks that I've come across have definitely abused saying the N-word. So maybe that's where our difference in opinions come from. You've had a different experience than me. I'm pretty sure if I came across nothing but positive and white folks who want nothing but the best for, black people, I would probably think the same way you do. Because I know a lot of black people think the way that you do. They never came across being called the N-word or
no, I haven't.
Even heard their white friends say the N-word in a song or even just casually talking.
I'm sorry.
No.
So
okay.
Maybe that's why.
Like I said, when I was in middle school and I had a white friend that would say the N-word, like I said, back then, racism, I had experienced a lot of racism. Going to Verona, once I got to Verona, I experienced a lot more of racism. Like, you have white people, they come to school, wear their Confederate flags, think they better than everybody. And those are the same white people that I would hear saying nigga. Like, no, you can't walk around with the Confederate flag thinking y'all better than everybody and also want to be down and say nigga. Like, no. So therefore, I don't think any of y'all should say it.
And I will say, for those who went to Verona, y'all know how, like, it's like white and black, and you got your sprinkle of others.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, but somebody hung up a noose as a prank.
I do remember that.
They hung up a noose.
Which is clearly racist.
And I don't appreciate that. And they hung up a dead deer. white people has it. That has white people written all over it. Well, racist white people, shall I say. Not all of y'all.
Yeah.
I
There are some racist people out there, but there are also some good white people.
There are some good
there.
ones. And
I still I don't know. I understand everything y'all saying, but I still feel like it doesn't have anything to do with now, but from back in the day, if you was going to find a way to reclaim that, I don't think you should have went around saying something that white people couldn't use. If you're going to reclaim something, go around and call it something that everybody can use. So then that's an appropriate term for everybody to use.
That's not reclaiming it.
Yeah, that's not what reclaiming is.
Yeah, but I just feel like if it's something you don't like to be called, it's stupid to go around and call each other that. I just think it's dumb.
It's called
like if we don't
want to
be called it, like who does that? I don't want to be called it by certain people, but I want to be called it. It just sounds silly to me. It's kind of dumb. That's how I feel about that.
We all have opinions here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not reclaiming if everybody can use it. So,
I think it was my hair. Yeah. Right. But, so yeah.
Well, let us know in the comments below. What do you guys think about non-black people saying the N-word? Or DM us, y'all's experience with non-black people using the N-word, or, just let us know.
Yeah. Okay. While we're on the topic of racism and colorism. We're not talking about colorism, right?
No, we should have.
That would have been good. But while we're on the topic of racism and stuff, how do y'all feel about? Because I hear black people a lot of the time say that white people took something of theirs, or like we talked, they said they took their man. If white women get braids, black women don't like that. When white women get their lips a little fuller, black women don't like that sometimes. What are your feelings towards that?
There's a thin line. For me, I think my biggest problem is when, this is really for white people, because I don't see any other race really doing this. Not just tanning your skin, literally making it our complexion, and you're white, and then going out and buying a more tightly curlier wig, and to pass off as either a biracial person or a black woman, and I think that's very inappropriate. I see a lot of white women, well, actually all races, all races get their butts done bigger, get their boobs done, and fill in their lips. Me, I do not care about that, because it's black women who are out there doing the same thing, getting their butts done, getting their boobs done, and getting lip fillers. That I do not care with, because all y'all look crazy in my eyes.
That ass.
All y'all look like ants with soggy diapers. My whole thing is I don't even know her name. It was this girl, she went viral because she tanned her skin very dark, wore the curly wigs that we go and get from the beauty supply store, those type of curly wigs, and was really trying to pass off as a black woman or a black biracial person.
And she was white?
She was Norwegian white.
That's weird.
European white, European white. She was white. And I don't appreciate it.
What?
Huh?
I was talking to Shani.
Huh?
I was listening.
Oh.
To you, so, she's talking about.
And then I know a lot of black women with the hairstyles. They see a white woman get braids. It's mostly braids. Or dreadlocks. I seen it with dreadlocks a lot too. And I know a lot of black people do not like. I personally don't care for it either, just because I know a lot of black women got turned down from jobs.
I was just about to say that.
Got in trouble in school just for wearing braids and or their natural hair. And then a white person comes and does the same thing, then all of a sudden it's a trend. So that's why I really don't care for non-black people wearing braids, because we gotten abused and in trouble and lost jobs because of that. But then y'all come and do it and everything is A-okay. That's fucked up.
That is. But
how do y'all?
How I feel about
I don't
cultural
mind.
appropriation, it doesn't bother me. Like, I definitely see people get upset about, white women getting their lips done, getting their asses done, stuff like that. It doesn't bother me. Have white people talked about those exact features on us for a long time, and now they want to look just like us? I just feel like, y'all want to emulate what y'all talked about. That's fine. It doesn't bother me. Stuff like that does not bother me. But like you said, when it comes to like the hairstyles and stuff, I think anybody should be able to wear braids. Anybody should be able to wear what they want. But you do have to take in consideration, when black people do it, we do get turned down for stuff. People do look at us like we're ghetto and stuff like that. And white people do the bare minimum and they get praised for stuff. So that's just how I feel. White people get praised for
the same thing black women did.
Yeah. Like, black people do stuff for years and a white person does it, and all of a sudden it's, oh, wow, that's fashion. No.
Like,
no,
what's an
we've
example?
been doing it.
Like how y'all are saying, like, give an example.
Like, even with cornrows. Black women have been wearing cornrows forever. Mm-hmm. And then I think, who was it? Kim wore them, and then she called them what? Bow something braids.
She called them, I forgot what the white lady's name is.
Boxer braids, whatever they was calling them.
She was pretty known back in the 70s.
Yeah.
But that hairstyle came clearly from Africa.
Yeah, African culture.
But who really said that? I mean, I understand what y'all are saying, but how did, like, what do y'all mean by Kim came and took it and tried to make it hers?
No, I didn't even finish my statement on what I was going to say. Oh, okay. Kim came along and she wore the braids and called it something else, and then it was in every fashion magazine. I seen it all over Twitter. White people with magazines and blogs and stuff was blogging about it like, this is something new, this is fashion.
What, boxer braids?
Yeah, like this. What do you mean it's something new and it's fashion? No, like, we've been had this stuff. Black people been doing it, so it's a trend because a white person did it or someone non-black did it. Like, that's weird to me.
To put salt in the wound, she made a follow-up video basically saying, oh, here I am with my braids again. Basically making, like, a mockery. Basically, like, talking down, like, making fun of black people, because they were basically saying, well, if you want to give knowledge to the hairstyle, then you should give knowledge to the African cultures that really got it from. Not this white lady.
Nobody was
and she
telling
basically
her that
made
she
fun
couldn't
of
wear
it.
It's just that people say that black people are so sensitive, but white people are also sensitive. Like, nobody was saying, Kim, don't wear them. We're just saying, like...
So she called them boxer braids.
And she named them after the white lady. I forgot her name.
It was,
so you basically saying she named it boxer braids after a white lady.
No, it wasn't boxer braids at all. I mean,
I heard somebody say
white
boxer
people.
braids.
No, white people do call them boxer braids, but it was like the tribal braids, the one that
You seen the African
like that.
cultures where the tribal braids.
I think it was
She
I
had
forgot.
that style.
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, but she named it after the
white lady who was like famous back in the 70s.
It was like Bo something.
Bojack
Bojangles. I think she called it.
And she got
Bojack
mad when
braids
black
or
people
something.
tried to educate her.
Yeah.
She made a follow-up video
And
basically making a mockery. Like
that's
making
the
fun
stuff
of,
that's like irritating. Like white people.
That
do
is
something,
very irritating. I don't understand that.
Even the big gold bamboo earrings. Black women have been wearing those forever. Then white women started wearing them, and now you see them in Paxson and all these other places being sold for $20. Bitch, you can go to the Chinese store and get that for $1.
But does that mean that black people just need to like get ourselves out there more, like, and actually, because honestly,
No.
I feel like black women they weren't really showing their cornrows and stuff like that, honestly. I know a lot of black women that cover up their cornrows and stuff like that.
That's so funny because Alicia Keys wore cornrows for
She
how
did.
many years when
Shout out
she
to
came out,
Alicia Keys.
and nobody said anything about it until somebody white came along and did it. Now it's style and it's fashion.
See, well, this is
and
where I'm confused with this, just because I didn't know about none of that with Kim Kardashian. I didn't hear about any of that and about boxer braids. I'm so confused on that part. But, I don't know. I think that everybody should be able to wear what they want, regardless of race or color. And
Everybody should be able
because
to.
everything is really about a trend when you look at it. Like, everything is about a trend. Somebody does something and it bounces off and everyone else keeps doing it.
But see, that's the
agree,
thing.
but why
Say
is
you
it-
walk out the house with, I don't know, pink hair, whatever, and you're a black woman, automatically, maybe not today, but let's say 2 or so years ago, people gonna look at you like, what the fuck are you wearing? Or you look ghetto.
That's ratchet.
Then the same white girl would take your hairstyle, and it's fashion. They're in runway. They're in, the runways with it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's the only problem with it.
That's
Like,
the
I feel like
problem.
everybody should be able to wear what they want, hairstyles, clothes.
I agree.
whatever.
I agree
But
on that one. Everybody should be able to wear what
everybody
they
should
want.
be able to wear what they want. But the problem is, it shouldn't only take someone outside of
the creator
black culture
to
make it iconic. Like, that's weird. That is very weird.
It is weird, but she has a bigger fan base, guys. And y'all know nowadays when people have a fan base, they'll do anything for somebody that they're a fan of. So she has, like, Kim Kardashian has some of the, what is it called? She has the highest number of around there. She has like a lot of followers, and I feel like a lot of people follow the Kardashians. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Beyonce. A lot of people give Beyonce recognition for a lot of stuff. I think it's really about where you are on the totem pole. I'm gonna be honest, like,
but not it be regular white girls.
And that's what I'm saying. That's where I get confused, because in my society and my world, that's not what I see. Like, I see black girls shining and glowing, and I see black girls getting recognized for this. I don't really see white women getting recognized for this. You know what I'm saying? That's just not what I see.
Like you said, it'll be a regular ass white girl doing the bare minimum. Say she knows all the lyrics to the most popular rap song, bare minimum. Then all of a sudden, she giving y'all black girls a run for y'all
like, that's so weird.
I have seen that. Like, where I see white girls twerking, and then I see people in the comments.
Like, that's the
saying
bare
stuff
minimum.
Like
what exactly is she doing? She's not doing anything. Anybody could shake their ass. Anybody could know rap music, but all of a sudden, like, I think it's weird for y'all to see someone
but I see
outside.
black people saying that, though.
Exactly.
Black people be the ones saying that, which is weird.
That's weird.
That's the problem, and that's a problem in
the black community,
because it's like y'all see white people doing the bare minimum, and it's like y'all just want approval from white people so much, and it's just
that's my whole thing, is that I think a lot of stuff lies on us as the black
people.
community, like, because like I said, stuff like that, I see the black people commenting and saying things like that, like, I don't know.
And that's another issue. It's like, y'all are the reason why y'all making these non-black people think it's okay to do these certain things.
Yeah.
It's y'all's fault. Like, y'all make a basic white person famous before y'all make that black person famous, doing the same exact thing.
Exactly.
Why? I have no idea.
Because just like I'm gonna bring up Bad Baby. If a black little girl was disrespecting her mother like that on national TV, she would not have blown up like Bad Baby did. She blew up because she was white, disrespecting her mother, and she was talking ethnic. And that's why she blew up. That's weird. That's weird. Y'all had this girl is a millionaire for going on Dr. Phil and disrespecting everybody. A black girl could never. And that's just
she
what
definitely
it
wouldn't
is.
be a millionaire.
She wouldn't.
A black girl mother ain't let her do all that.
I mean,
that's
another
thing. They wouldn't even made it to Dr. Phil.
But it's just a lot of stuff that, you know, white people can get away that black people can't get away with. And I mean, yeah, the black community is partially to blame for it, but some stuff is just out of our control, and it is, you know, white people and the people outside of the black community that kind of like just makes things worse.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's a lot of like racism and stuff going on around here, but I do think like the black community could benefit more from worrying about the black community. And I think the black community worries about the white community more than the black community. Like that's what bothers me the most is that we check in to see all white people doing this, white people doing that, but what are we doing as a black community to make it better for us? Like black people killing black people. Like to me, that's weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? We went through all of that, and yet we killing each other. We were getting killed by white people. But when white people killing black people, we standing, I mean, which we should, we protesting for. But you should be also protesting for black people killing black people. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you put so much energy into when white people are disrespecting your race and your culture. But what about you disrespecting your race and your culture? You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like some people just take things too seriously. And some people, they will say all of this, but they don't know a darn thing about their history. Like, I'm telling you, it's always the people that I hear that go so hard for certain things or go so hard against white people. But they can't tell me anything about the civil rights movement.
I know a couple.
Or any of that. It's like,
a lot of y'all...
That's kind of... I don't get that.
A lot of y'all get y'all knowledge about...
from social media,
social media and blogs and stuff like that, instead of opening up a book and learning. A lot of y'all don't know nothing but what y'all see on social media, and y'all be the ones talking the loudest, and y'all make the rest of us look bad. Y'all make the rest of us look bad because y'all don't really know any information, but y'all so loud, it overpowers the people that actually know what the fuck they're talking about.
And honestly, like, black people not even understanding, if we open up black businesses, like, we can take over, but come on now, we got to do better. You have to actually work yourself up the totem pole. You can't be down here and still complaining about stuff, because we have white people up there in those high positions, so that's why they're taking over. We need to get black people up there in those high positions, which I think that we're kind of working our way up the totem pole. As you can see, every year, these elections, I'm seeing more and more black people. Which
we got more
I'm good
black
with
doctors and more
that's
black
what I'm
therapists.
And like, we need to show our faces, like doing something big other than just sitting around doing typical stuff that they expect us black people to do.
Exactly.
It's like, if you just sitting around doing what they expect of you, you're kind of the problem. Like, you're not the problem, but it's like
you're a part of it. I think what the black community fails to realize is we already have a threat from white people. It's just, we already know this, but it makes it worse when we have a threat from white people, and then we also, as a community, are not doing enough to help each other. Like, at this point, you know, black people are not helping each other how they need to. And we're not gonna, if we can't rely on each other, how are we supposed to fight against other people when we fighting each other as well? Like,
definitely.
It's just, you know.
So black people, let's come together. Let's climb the totem pole and take over. Because let's be real, the more black people that we get into those into those like top positions and stuff like that, we can definitely take over.
There's a choice we're making.
And then also, the last thing I'm gonna say, the election where Trump won. I'm sorry. Black people did not come out there and vote like they should have. That's another problem that I have is that a lot of black people have a lot to, which I hope is different this time around. But I hear a lot of black people complaining and stuff. But when it comes time to do serious stuff, you're hesitating or act like you can't do this or do that. That was our chance. Like, I'm sorry. I'd rather have Hillary in my office than Donald Trump. And y'all don't want to go and stand in a line to vote, but you can stand in a line for some Jordans, or you can stand in a line for some makeup and stuff like that. Weird.
I mean, yeah. Were we stuck between a hard, is it hard in a rock place? No, a
No,
rock.
you had to
we were stuck between a rock and a hard
evils.
place. It was two.
Yeah.
It was two bad decisions, but one decision was better than the other. And I heard a lot of black people saying, "Well, our vote don't count anyway." Y'all sound dumb. Like, y'all sound very dumb. Like, y'all just decided, well, let me sit here and do nothing. That's so stupid. Why would you think sitting here and doing nothing would be better than going out and voting? If enough of us voted, they couldn't just say, fuck y'all.
My whole thing is, if our votes didn't count, but we got Obama in office.
We did.
Both terms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Both terms.
Y'all saw, I mean, yeah, we didn't have no black people running this time, but y'all saw we had the chance to have the first black president. Y'all bitches came out and fucking voted. So what the fuck? Why didn't y'all go out all of a sudden? Our votes don't matter. Yes, the fuck it does. It does. If we got a black man in office for 2 terms, why all of a sudden you feel like your vote don't count? Because you're dumb. Period.
Weird.
All I have to say is,
And then half of y'all motherfuckers was out there voting for Harambe. Harambe
in
got what?
Hennessy.
Yeah.
Half of y'all, like, what? That was like 17,000 votes that Harambe got? That could have all went to Hillary, but y'all voted for fucking Harambe. Y'all make me fucking
Next
sick.
election, let's get Bernie up there. Come on now.
Definitely.
But
Let's get Condoleezza Rice up there.
all I have to say is, box cutters. And for all our black supporters out there, we have to do better as a whole. You laughing? We had to make changes.
Ready. Si querer Africa, sing it.
So, box cutters, let us know in the comments below. What change could we make or you have made that can make this world a better place?
Be the change.